Welcome to the Macedon campaign for divinity Et Impera 1.2. In the last part we continued our expansion into Asia Minor, and the original plan was to push north and northeast against the Ottoman Kingdom and Armenia, but the situation changed quite dramatically when the Seleucids lost a key area down here close to Syria to the Seleucid usurpers, which has effectively left Lydia exposed in the center here and gives me an opportunity, one, to gain an extra region to this province, and two, to push out a little bit into this area here. Bearing in mind, as we got Rhodes camped there, don't know what Rhodes is up to. So in this part, guys, we are going to try and take down Lydia. I mean, it could be a little bit tricky because I'm assuming that they've got other armies here somewhere, but I cannot see them. Anyway, guys, we're going to go for it. I think it's an opportunity that will really help, because then it will mean that I will be able to push down this way towards one of my victory conditions, which is Syria here. You can see Armenia's actually come round here. So that's looking good, guys, but we do need to get this area first. What I need to do now is actually declare war on Lydia, but I don't really want to be at war with the Seleucids, so I think the way to do it is going to be, if I find these guys are actually at war with Lydia. So if I come in here, if I offer to join their war against Lydia, in theory the Seleucids should not come in. Hey, we might even be able to get some cash out of them. Yeah, how much cash we can get? Okay, we get some more. Oh, this is looking even better. Yeah, and they've accepted. So we got 3,000 cash out of them as well. Wow, that's brilliant. And I think we're going to go this way. So I've got a feeling, guys, that the whole of this part could be taken up with these two battles. So I'm going to come in here. Well, we've got the advantage. I mean, I could go for the auto-resolve, but I don't really want to damage this army more than necessary, simply in case the Lydia does have another army knocking around. So we are going to fight this. So what have they got? They've got a general unit, lots of these would be heavy hoplites, lots of hoplites, archers, and one other cav unit. Well, we should be able to win this quite easy with the artillery. So we're just going to pull them out. I mean, it'd be nice if they actually sallied out, but they haven't. Right, rain. As always said, don't want rain. Nice and dry. And we've got a nice open area here. And yeah, I think we've got an open area here. I think this is where we're going to set up. Now, of course, one element is going to be where their general unit's going to come from. Right, got a building there, so just gonna set that unit up. Hoplites. That there. I have the artillery lined up right behind. I think what I'm going to do, keep my cav back for once, simply because we don't know where that general unit's going to come in from. So if what we will do, again, I'm just going to have one of the sword units on that flank. Other one, the axeman, there, and I'm just going to keep the Thracian warriors back, and have you supporting that side, but you there, it's off, and okay, we're just going to have the missiles awaiting targets. I mean, it's going to be a bit bunched if they come through here. But we'll be okay, guys. I think that's what we can do. And the first thing we're reinforcements approaching. Yeah, but where are they coming from? There he is. Right, Cav. Actually, general. And what we're going to do is bring these guys back. And do is bring things around that flank. Buildings are going to be a little bit of a shield.
Ready and waiting. Tarantine cavalry. Companion cavalry. Slingers. Ready and waiting. Missiles awaiting target. One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Right. Slingers on this side. Tarantines in. Tarantines.
Prepare to engage. Our general is under attack.
Artillery. So you keep pounding these guys. This up here. Oh, this is soul troops. Oh, slingers, pay attention. We're gonna have to move guys this way. Axeman. Right. General out that way. Cav. Hey. Pull back. You're getting too close.
At the double! Ballista! Attack! Brave sons of your orders! Proud sons of Macedon!
Right, Macedon.
Slingers!
Slingers up here.
Slingers! Telos! Take aim!
We've got the AI trapped in this corner here.
Missile infantry! Missiles awaiting targets!
Onions in. I mean, they're not having much impact on my front line. Hey. Right.
Our hidden units have been discovered. Slingers! Fire on! Slingers! At the double!
There's the cav. Slingers.
Hades can wait.
Hey.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Guys, pull back through this line.
Your orders. Ready and waiting.
Operations in.
Slingers. Tarantine cavalry. We await your command. Companion cavalry.
General in.
One of our units has used all its ammunition. At your command. Slingers.
Gee, General, pull out. Actually, right, he wants to push through here now. Got the break. Right, we're into there. Agrianians. Actually, I think you guys can just pull away.
One of our units has used all its ammunition. Tarantine cavalry!
You guys can stop. You're probably killing my own troops. General, through.
Missiles awaiting targets.
Actually, slingers, pull away. I think we've got this. Adrianians. Let's bring these guys around that way. Tarantines. Right, the guys in the centre is opened up. You guys can move.
Macedonians ready. One of our units has used all its ammunition. Ready and waiting.
Right, we've got these guys completely surrounded. This flank is completely destroyed.
Ready. Ready. At your command. At your Tarantine cavalry.
Tarantines, pull away. Bronze shields, pikes. See them. Now these are advancing without being in formation, but I think you can do this because we're effectively descending on these troops.
Missile cavalry ready.
Oops, that's spaghettiing a little bit. I'll do that very often anymore. Okay. Let my Thracians come in behind as well now. And
The men are wavering.
wavering. You pull away. I suppose it goes without saying. So we're in a bit of a scrum now.
Quickly now. Companion cavalry.
Bring the axemen through.
Shield pikes. At the double. Melee troops awaiting orders.
Guys, pull away so you're not engaged.
Quick march. Shield pikes.
Right. Get these guys. You guys form close ranks.
General. To engage.
Gonna put some fear, some intimidation on them.
Lead us. The battle is turning in our favor. By your command. Ka-cha! Ready and waiting. We await your command.
Put a bit more pressure on them. Is my general going? Yeah.
Shield pikes. Pikemen ready for
Right, you
orders.
guys put an ounce.
Orders understood.
When you guys take any more casualties than necessary. Right, I think these Thracians can actually do the damage.
Swords. Break the line.
Guys pull back,
Speed. Shield pikes.
and I think what we'll do is give these guys the command to advance this way. That will push on these, and by getting them to advance through them.
By your command.
And where's my general again?
General.
Where are you?
Quickly now.
That's it. End battle. Yeah, it was a little bit tougher than I thought they'd be, but we only lost 210 troops. The general got 185 kills. Quite a good distribution of kills. I mean, we lost to a little bit of friendly fire. But that was a good battle, guys. and we took down both their well, their garrison and the general. Of course, we're going to just occupy,
At your command.
and we've got this settlement here. Well, I certainly don't want that. Stone quarry would be really, really nice, but I'm not sure about that, guys. And that's what I was worried about. But it's only an army of 10 units. Now, I think this is going to be the tougher of the two battles, simply because this army doesn't really have the artillery, but we got the heavier infantry, and it actually has given us a better odds, but that's because we're 20 against 18. And of course, we're going to fight this again, guys, so just going to get in here. Enemy sallies out. That's good, because that will give us the advantage with the cavalry. Being able to maneuver it in the field is going to make a little bit of a difference. And of course, they won't have a general unit, not a proper general unit. Wow. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Right, we're going to have to try and get up over this brow of a hill. Right, we're going to have to form a front line across here.
Your orders.
And I think who wins this battle is going to depend on who gets to the top first. That's going to be interesting. Kind of a bit inclined to put the cav over there. Right. And we have these guys out on the flanks. They're going to have to leg it up the... If we put guys on this flank, and oops, gone too far, and we're going to have that there. I think we're going to have a couple of units directly behind, and that just leaves that area there. Right, we're going to select everything, start the battle, press Alt. Oh, come on. And what I want is everybody up onto the top here, guys. Because who gets this ridge line is going to be the who wins the battle. So let's get these guys up onto the ridge line first. I'm going to speed up a little bit, guys. I mean, we're going to have to probably advance towards them. But the first thing we need to do is get the ridge line. Yeah, there they are. Right, we've got the ridge line. And what we're going to do is, it looks like the AI has actually retreated. So we're going to come down this way. And we're going to need to advance on them. I'm just going to have to just slow it up a little bit. Alright. It's going to take a little while to get these troops into position. Have to cross these mountain areas. Right, the AI has actually taken up quite a strong position. Right, so what can we do? I'm a bit inclined. This front line slightly that way. And bring this flank over a little bit. Keep these. And I think we're going to attach another unit to this flank, and we're leaving a little bit of an open gap here, and we're just going to bring this this is going to be a fun battle. Sorry, it's going to be a bit creepy crawly, guys, but I think it's going to be quite important. Right. I'm just going to slow up.
Slingers! Hades, take our enemy! Pessinous! Hoplites!
Front line.
Men ready for orders! Ready for orders! Fire on the enemy! General!
Tarantine's off skirmish mode. I think what we can do is detach the top lights to support this flank here.
Slingers! Take aim! Your orders! Kyrie! Ready!
You guys come into there. Let's get these troops in position. You guys come up this side. Right, they're coming at us.
Ready! Slingers! Marching orders!
I've given myself a little bit of a problem here, guys. Okay, wait. Back.
At your service! At speed!
Right.
Missiles awaiting targets! Fire on the enemy! Waiting! Take aim! Ready!
Gonna break you guys that way.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Right, we're gonna skirmish. Right, there's a heavy phalanx coming in here, but if we countercharge them,
One of our units has used all its ammunition. Attack! Ready and waiting!
what's that? 8. We need to get at their missile troops. To get up behind.
Warriors eager for blood!
Okay,
Missile infantry at your command!
guys, focus though. Fire on those. 8.
Riders at the double!
I told you not to fire into there.
We'll kill them all!
Right. Slingers, 8 cav out that way.
Pikemen, ready for orders! Advance at speed!
It's time to
Orders!
start rolling this flank up.
Missile cavalry at your command!
We can get in, get out their missile units. 8.
One of our units has used all
That
its
unit's
ammunition.
broken. Don't waste your.
Galatians!
These guys are here. Yeah, I had a feeling these
Ready yourselves!
Right, General, don't mess about. That way.
Missile infantry ready! Ready! Glory to Macedon!
Right.
Grecian warriors! Pikes ready! At the double!
Let's start to wipe this flank up. Okay. Right. Missile troops move away.
Hades can wait! Missile infantry ready!
Our general is under attack.
Battle ready! Galatians!
Galatians get into position.
By your command!
Wait,
At the double! Run
right, I
shield
think we
pikes.
can now get
Move out!
the bronze shields to start to push forward.
Come on!
We've got the edge. You guys chase off those. Missile troops go for a nice long walk. General, you get in here. Right, these guys have gone. You might as well get a little bit of experience.
At
Yeah.
your service! Quick march! Bronze shield pikes!
On shield pikes.
General! Quickly now!
Right, these guys are still strong. So we're going to get
Thracian warriors!
Thracians in.
Bronze shield pikes! Quick
Lots of
march!
guys there.
Galatians!
I think these Galatian warriors have made a big difference.
General!
Right, I think if we can come in, mount the charge. That now leaves these guys out exposed. You can see now these guys are going to push through. So we'll just watch this, guys. So we should be okay. We're winning this. But you will see that they're pushing through now against this unit here, and it's this wavering formation breached. And I think if you guys come in that way, General, and again I think now Hoplitates to push through. Somebody chucking ammunition around. They've gone. End battle. We lost 72. Wow, that was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. That was an awesome battle, guys. I was expecting that to be a lot more messier. General got 372 kills. That's good. That should give him a bit of rank. And I think I might have to rotate round. And it, like, we got down in Tarsus.
Commander.
And that's the Suclid usurpers. Right, let's just see. Lydia have got. So it looks like Lydia have just got a single army over here, which is great.
I am the champion of the gods.
Ah, wow, we've gained an artillery there, and they've got Stadia, 200 wealth, plus 12 public order. I think we're going to stick with that, and that is a real benefit, guys, because I was actually thinking about that maybe it's time to get rid of this. I mean, I built it in order to give me artillery to actually drive my breakout, but I don't actually need that now. And the other thing I'm kind of thinking about is we got loads and loads of food, and I'm tempted to keep the cash so that we can convert this. See, at the moment this is giving me -4 public order, 2 squalor, but it is giving me 7 food. If I go to this, it's going to increase banditry and piracy, and it's going to be negative food, so we're going to swing the food the other way. And I'm kind of half tempted. See, at the moment this gives me 2 food, 150 wealth. Yeah, I think we're going to convert this to a port. That would give me a bit extra cash. Or maybe I could just convert this. I mean, that gives me 8 food. That gives me 7 food. And that's 4 public order. Okay, maybe I'll just go. That's 75 wealth. I mean, that's giving me more wealth at the moment. I think maybe we will. It's time that I actually did convert that over. I think that's. Just have a quick check before end turnover. So we've got another negative penalty. See this area. I think I'm just going to knock. I mean, that is 150 wealth. Yeah, I think I'm going to knock both of these down, because this province is going to be a bit of a pain in the neck. So what I'm going to do is just untax it for a little while until I get it sorted out. And of course the final province of this area is actually Egypt. I mean, do I want to go to war with Egypt? It says Egypt's quite strong, and Egypt is actually at war with all these guys, so I think we're just going to stay with that. I think we can go for an end turn, guys. Unassigned skills, Harpy's Claws. They've obviously got some traditions. Got here campaign, gives me an extra 5% campaign movement range. That gives me an extra 6% campaign movement range, so you can go with that. And here we go, guys. Okay, use rank hero. Subject gains notoriety. Isn't that a surprise? Now, where did Lydia go? It looks very much like Lydia has been destroyed. Let's check that. Faction destroyed. Yep, fact, Lydia has now gone. And I think we're going to move into a period of consolidation now, guys. I mean, we don't have any enemies as such, so with Lydia gone, we can probably pull this out. This area is looking good, and I think we're just going to sit with that for the moment. Now, this area here is probably going to be a little bit problematic, and what I do need to do first, though, is come over to Larissa and what we got here. I think that's the chain we're going to go to. That's going to give me olive oil, 300 wealth, local commerce. Yep, I think it's time to start driving the economy over here. So it's only going to that. And I mean, hopefully there's going to be no reason for this area to... I think we've got food in here. I think what we're going to do is have a quick look at the culture. Wow, buildings 13. Now, a little while ago, somebody actually put a comment in one of my videos and asked me, why don't I build temples? And I think they were thinking that once building temples was the almost universal solution to fixing public order and culture. But I think with Dividi et Impera, it's not like the vanilla game. And with the effects of culture, that when you build temples does relate to how strong the regional culture is. So for example, if I come into here, if I come to culture here, I'll show you guys, you can see here that I get 4 local traditions in culture, and what I've got here is Daco-Thracian local traditions of 2, so I'm never going to get 100% here, but it doesn't take much in cultural influence. And as you can see there, I've got technology and I've also got a bit of a bonus, and the same also applies to Hellas here. If I come in here, if I show you the culture here, you can see here, because there's no local traditions, this has gone to 100%, partly from this character as well. So there was absolutely no need for me to build a temple in this area. Now up here is slightly different, because if I show you here, this has got 2 local traditions and this has got 6 local traditions from the Daco-Thracians. So here I'm never going to get to a very high level without a temple. So maybe if I take this settlement, I may take a temple to put up here, and that's probably partly why I've got a little bit of a public order issue here. In fact, let's just have a quick check. So at the moment I've got 13, I mean I've got 16 against 8. So the highest I'm going to get with local, so the highest effect I'm going to get with culture here is 66%. But I think, considering that is there, I mean I'd rather at the moment just carry on with this area here. Now if I come over to my newly conquered settlements and show you here what we've got here, we've got 2 local traditions here, but you can see all the effects of the technology in that. I don't think I even really need to build a temple here, because the Persian culture's traditions are going to be quite weak. Because you also got to remember is, if we come over and talk to the Pergamon usurpers, if you come here, they're also Hellenic. So all the factions around it, oh yeah, we've got the Egyptians down here, but they're not part of this province. So not only am I driving this culture, but my allies here are driving the culture. Now if I come to here, what we should get is a little bit of Egyptian culture in here as well. So what we got here, this is Armenian. So this area here is a little bit more of a hodgepodge, but we still got quite a lot. I mean, we've got 4 local traditions. There's 2 local traditions there. There's no influence there from the Armenian, so they're dropping. What we got here, this is Persian. They've got 2 local traditions, and this is Daco-Thracian, which is what's left from the Galatians, but they've got no fixed local traditions. So eventually this will disappear. There'll be a little bit there. This will disappear eventually as well, because well, I'm surprised we're not getting any influence from the Egyptians here. I mean, what tradition is Egyptian Hellenic now. Have a quick look. Oh yeah, so Egypt is actually Hellenic. So Egypt is actually adding to that little bit of conversion there as well. That's pretty good, guys. So what am I going to build here? So just to confirm that, guys, if I click here, you'll see temples are great for sanitation and a bit of public order. I mean, I could put a temple in here, but I don't need it for the cultural conversion. I mean, my inclination is that I can hold this area with the influence from these guys. I mean, I could quarry. So, I mean, my inclination is to go that route, and we'll just drop something in here, and then maybe we will choose one of this. In fact, I probably would like here. I mean, this is going to be a bit of a frontier town, so maybe we will have an outpost or something over here, which would give a bit of public order and settle everything down. So I'm just going to come here, guys, see what this guy wants. Mine of their prosperity. So let's expand the mines. Let's have a quick look. Everybody's happy. I mean, I do need a successor for my Macedonian nobility. Can I recruit somebody? Hire a politician. That's late local. Nope. Nope. Yeah, Macedonian nobility. Actually, what I will do, we got a little bit of gas. Just have a quick check across the regions. I mean, these guys are looking good. I mean, still getting that negative. I mean, I could jack up the influence a little bit with hiring a couple of these guys. In fact, what we can do. Top that guy up a bit. That trade there. Could build this up now. And we're going to get some nice trade resources growing in here. I mean, what I do really need is growth. I've checked my armies. You can actually go into patrol. That will add a little bit. I think we're relatively safe here for a few turns. But I think we can.
You will march till your feet bleed.
Actually got a.
Hercules has nothing on me.
Right, let's. I think what we're going to do is get my agent down in the area. And I think we're going to send this guy round. He can work with this army. My other agent. So we got one agent there. And we got another agent over here. I think I'm going to be more interested at the moment of what's going on down here. I mean, we'll probably have an agent that way eventually. Right, we got a little bit of cash to spend. I mean, I'm actually tempted to take that up. I mean, it's going to consume some food, but it will give us a bit more cash, and it will also push up that garrison in that area. So what we're going to do, guys, is I think I can go. Right, I think we're going to go one more turn, guys, and then that's where I'm going to call it, because obviously we're going to need to consolidate. And this guy here is really training this army up really, really well. Military training, campaign movement range. I'd really love my campaign movement range. So I'm just going to go one more turn, guys. All that glitters, Anthea. Plus 10% wealth from all sources. Oh, that's going to be good. Got an encouraged population in Asia. You can see that this is actually growing really, really quickly. So we're just going to leave that for one more turn. And if I can get the public order really high here, I can then probably afford. Actually, let's just switch that on. Maybe I'm just being a bit pessimistic. Yeah, but I've got to remember that this is due to the army. But that's going to give us a little bit more cash. Here. This area's looking good. I mean, do I put all my eggs in one basket here? let's just work through them. So Hellas is making lots and lots of cash for us. Macedonia, I'm a bit reluctant to knock out this barracks this early in the game because we still may get trouble from there. Thrace is looking good. I mean, it's got +8. This is giving us +4 public order. I really need to change these around, but what I need is the growth in this area. I mean, what I want above all is I need growth, because I do need to complete these provinces. I mean, I could take that up. Right. I think what we do, we got loads and loads of cash. I think what I do need to do is build this up a little bit, guys.
We need more ships.
Take that fleet up, because the fleet's going to be very useful to control this area, and I think that's what we're going to need to do. Have a quick look round. That's 4,000.
Yes.
If I drop that down, this is finished building. Sorry guys, I'm going to go one more turn because I just noticed something here. But we could probably go up and get a level 2 armorers, but we need 5,000. So if I pop another end turn, I can do that so that I don't actually forget. That's my agent working his way through to here. Doris, agent exposed. Intimidate opposition. Okay, let's just intimidate the opposition. And what was it I was on to build? What I'm going to do is, got here level 1 weapons. Well, we've got level 1 weapons, I think. Or did I build armor? I can't remember now. Right, so what I need to do is build this up here. Is it weapons or armor? I can't remember. I don't really want to double down on it. So we went armor first. So what you need over here is weapons. That would be good for 6 turns. My inclination is going to be to expand this way. So let's just have a quick look. Who are these usurpers? They're just fighting the Suclids, and they're actually military allies with Armenia. That's okay. We have to engineer a war with that area there, but I think I'm just going to need to consolidate my position for the moment, guys, just to make sure that everything's going okay. I say we got our friends here. I'm just going to have a quick check to see who likes us, who doesn't like us. Guys really like us. Armenia, I'd love to make Armenia into an ally.
In my
actually.
lord's name, be welcome.
Yep.
The gods gave you a clever...
Okay. Yeah. So you've got 2 sets of military allies. The Bosporan, they're quite powerful, but they don't have any friends, and they're also fighting the Suclids. I mean, is there a chance I could come in and snatch that settlement there, which would give me nothing? Oh, it would probably give me... Yep. Okay, agent.
What do you wish of me?
We may have to...
Moving unseen.
Area is completely exposed.
In your
I think what I'm going to need to do, guys, is just build this navy up. Oh, got more cash. I think it's going to be a little bit risky because, mind you, the Bosphorans are all over here, and they are fighting the Royal Scythia. But I'd like to steal this settlement from them. I mean, how big's the garrison? 15. I mean, could... I mean, if I move this army out... What's the
At
public?
once.
Yeah, the public order will drop too. Right, we'll just bring this army across. can always build this up. I mean, the truth is, if this is only producing 290, so I mean, if this starts to have a public order issue, all we got to do is just turn it off and untax it. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a little bit risky, I think. I mean, the Bosphorans are fairly... according to this, they're stronger than us. I mean, I can keep this army here. I mean, it's not massive, but with the navy, this should be able to defend this frontier. Should push come to shove. I'm just thinking quick war against the Bosphorus and take that settlement. That will give us a something to strengthen this province here, and then we'll think about maybe expanding this way, guys. Anyway, guys, that's all for the next part, so this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.